Good. Good evening, sessionistas.
Good evening, sessionistas.
Welcome back to our midweek session of Dear Ses.
Yes. We're very happy to be here and thank you for those.
Spring is here. It's so nice. The weather's getting really, really nice out there now.
Finally. No. Although I still had my thermal on.
Now I'm always cold. So I'm looking forward to cold summer nights, actually.
Cold summer nights.
That's a song. Cold summer night.
Okay. Anyway, that being said,
before we start our topic of tonight,
we would like to thank our likes.
Thank you guys. We're almost
yeah.
500 likes now on our
Thank you guys.
Facebook page. Thank you so much.
That's right.
Keep liking the page for your chance to win a Michael Hill jewelry. Michael Hill jewelry.
I may have to go closer.
Later, babe. I'll show you.
Later.
Yeah. So thank you so much, guys, as well for all the questions that you've been sending us through our email.
Yes.
But unfortunately, we have to choose one question or one topic every.
But we will try twice a week. So we will
2
try and go
topics twice a
through some of them. Obviously, we have to make sure, that they are PG.
Yeah, that they are appropriate to talk about on Facebook. Because unfortunately, some of your questions we can't really discuss that in public.
Yes. So
we're better off talking about it face to face.
That's right. So let's get on to it. Our topic for tonight: why do guys lose interest? So we've broken it down to 4 topics. It goes down to 1, appearance, attitude, internal, external issues, and 3rd, party. Okay, so you want to start off with the appearance?
I'll start with the appearance. It sounds really shallow, but guys are. It's always been a fact that guys are visual. And sometimes girls do let go of themselves once they get comfortable in the relationship or even on the dating phase.
But that being said, it's not only girls though. I think guys
do the same as well.
When they get especially when it gets really, really comfortable as the relationship progresses and gets longer in time. And they don't shower.
Sometimes love is not enough. You gotta shower every day. Love is forever. Shower has an expiration date.
Which is per day.
It's recommended twice a day.
Or twice a day, even, yeah. So that being said, I mentioned this to you before. Which, I guess we mentioned before. Guys are definitely visual. And it's the same thing in the attraction game. Or dating game. The first thing, the saying, first impression lasts. So really, at the end of the day, attraction as visual is a very big thing, especially for males. That's why we women have to be, high maintenance. Sometimes they call us.
I'm not high maintenance.
They're just low effort.
I'm not high maintenance. I'm just saying is you keep yourself neat. You keep yourself palatable. In terms of your
palatable? That's a very big word.
Attractive. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so second is attitude. Guys lose interest because of attitude. So what does that mean? Let's elaborate. Should we go through it?
You give some examples and I'll just add on.
Subcategory under attitude is irreconcilable differences between the 2 parties.
If you keep on fighting all the time, even with the smallest things you fight.
Yeah.
What to cook, what to eat. I told you I don't want to eat that. Why you bought me that? Little petty things.
That's why, what guys, I think choose your battle well, as I always say. Obviously there are things that perhaps are not acceptable, like values and all that, but little things that can be shrugged off, I guess, like maybe shower isn't one of those things that you need to shrug off, but
like I got one friend where they actually thought about like a color of the pen, black or red. Like it's very
color of the pen
petty, yeah.
Wow.
So like what
that's
you said,
a whole new level.
Choose your battles.
Okay. And then second subcategory. Oh yeah, that's it. Fighting all
Fighting
the
all
time.
the time. If a girl always try to make the guy jealous.
Still very.
If you're
So,
already
yeah, still happens.
If you're already in a relationship, of course the guys want to feel na they're secure. They're not gonna. They don't have to fight for you all. They don't have to fight for your love all the time. But sometimes girls like that little excitement, and they actually try to create. Oh, you know what I mean? Like try to make the guy jealous by saying, "Oh, my ex keeps sending me this," or I keep receiving messages from guys. What do you think?
But then isn't that then comes down to maturity,
As well,
right? I think like women, not girls. Women don't do that. You know, I think if you're adult enough and you're matured enough, you don't do these petty little things. It's just
Because like
cheap.
100 guys can message you, but it's really up to you how you react to it.
And I think it's much more better if if the guy feel, I wouldn't say threatened, but like if they know that they have someone who's valuable, it just shows. Like I mean, if you're a high valuable woman, yeah, you don't need to do those things. The guys do see it.
No, especially maybe if you tell your partner or your love interest that I'm actually talking to like 50 guys.
No.
He might think
Yeah.
that you're some 7-Eleven open to the public.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. Good point. And blame game, which again comes down to obviously, you keep fighting, and one of those is because you blame the other person. So that's another, the attitude that comes down to attitude, and it's so true. It happens, no? Like little things. Just not.
I didn't have my salad because you didn't buy me that salad.
Brat.
Sometimes it happens.
Now, third topic: internal or
and
external
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 issues.
Do you want to? Which we have a subcategory under that.
When guys experiencing midlife crisis,
Midlife crisis, yeah.
they don't know what they want. Do I pursue my career? Do I pursue like a very good career, or do I pursue my life with her? Especially if the girl's wanting him to choose. I hope that's not really the main issue in a relationship as well. But
But it happens though. Like I think when guys go through it's like a midlife crisis, they just don't know. That's when you'll see in their behavior that they're colder. They don't have time for you anymore. Now, of course, that comes down to whether are you in a serious relationship. If you are in a serious relationship, you'll obviously be with that person all the time, and you'll see the difference.
Like
they
looking afar,
blank,
blank,
or they just don't
blank
really
face.
give a. I'm trying to find the right, nice, polite way. Give a hoot to what you're saying. When you're talking to them, and they seem to be, they just don't care. So those are sort of like behaviors that you can see that they've tuned out, and likely that's because they're going through tough times, that they're going through that crisis, but also, they don't know what they want. What do you think? Family doesn't.
If there's any family input with their relationship, and
for those
the
who
guy's
have
family doesn't like the girl, or didn't really quite
and
met
still
the
and it happens.
standard.
Yeah, I know. And I have another one though that can I add? Fear. I think when men, so it could be whether, say for instance, things are going so good, and then they sort of woke up like, ooh, shoot, things are going really fast, and things are getting serious.
Too fast and furious.
Too fast and too furious. And then they freak out. So it could be a fear where they don't know whether they're ready. So that's when then guys do sort of tend to pull away. It's probably whether they're worried that maybe the girl is smooching all over them. Sorry, not smooching, but you know what I mean? Like they're all over them. They don't like that. and also the vice versa. So it could be that too, that they're fearing.
A little bit full on.
Yeah,
The girl's a
Yeah.
little bit full on and really showing her affection, and he's probably a little bit, oh my god, this is a bit too much.
yeah, but that means also for me really comes down to that means the person's just not ready. Because then if you're ready, you don't fear that. If you see, especially for men, again we're going to speak on behalf of our female friends, because especially for men, when they just know that they're with this amazing woman, they don't fear that. They actually, a guy who's ready, like we talked about this segment beforehand, when they're ready, they want to make sure that they secure this girl for them,
Absolutely.
So the fear isn't even there. It's not even a topic, Okay.
Or like we said, with the fear as well, they're probably not sure if they're good enough for the woman as well. It can
That
be
could
that
be too.
way.
And then, the more
That
of the
one too. It's
career.
like, oh, she's a
Yeah.
10, I'm a 7. You know how people categorize themselves according to numbers and according to how hot they are, how accomplished they are.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
which
could
is
be that too.
which is sad though, because like at the end of the day, really, it
no,
shouldn't
well,
be like
if
that.
a girl's beside you, or if a girl's
Should-
beside you, she likes you. Period.
Yeah, she's with you, so obviously she's seen something in you, and if she's still with you, that means keep it up, guys. That means you're
Yeah.
doing something.
That means you're having a shower every day. Nice.
You're doing something right. And fourth,
Fourth one.
when a guy loses interest, the fourth reason likely is as simple as there's another person, third party.
He's already attracted to someone else.
And that means it's no deal, over.
It's sad.
Yeah, it's sad, but then you know what? That means it's just not meant to be, guys. And if that again, I've mentioned this before, and I'll say it again. If that person doesn't see your value and how amazing you are, how confidently and sexy woman you are, then you
He's
know what?
not meant to
He's
be.
not. He's not really.
He's not
That's
meant to
his
be
loss.
part of your life as well.
That's right. Sometimes, we always have someone else, especially for us. No, it's a matter.
You know
of
the
when.
saying that there's a saying that there are guys that are just 1 day, 2 days, a week, a stopover in Hong Kong. That's yeah. And there are guys that will stay with you for a lifetime.
Which is, that's why I'm very old-fashioned. I still believe in soulmate. But they said that things happen for a reason, and that includes the person that you ended up with. But there's also on that note, when you know it's a red flag, then yeah.
I think girls are not stupid. You'll know.
That's true.
You'll know. You'll feel it. Your gut feeling.
That's
will
true,
tell you.
girls. I think it really comes down to, I think, you know what? This sort of ties in with our conversation with our second sessionista, Kenny. Remember he talks about, and we both agree, three of us agreed, the consistency of the action of the person, which is in a way, it falls down more of when he's not into you, but really it reflects to when a guy do lose interest. If you see that his actions, that he no longer makes time for you, you don't feel valuable anymore, and it's vice versa. Say if you're doing everything,
Even
he's
in the
not
text,
giving.
even in the text messaging, you'll know, because before he used to reply, now
Yeah,
he doesn't even bother looking at your messages.
yeah. Then you know that there's
Or he's looking at your messages but doesn't even bother to reply, and or if he'll reply, it'll take 4 days to reply. Get the hint.
yeah. And ladies, then it's time to move on, because you know what? For you to have a new person, or the best version of, not best version, the saying, if you want a new thing to come into your life, then you gotta let go of the old one.
That's the Chinese saying.
Yeah, totoo
In
yan.
with the new, out with
Out
the
with the
old.
old. And it's so true.
But it's very easy for us to say that because we're not emotionally involved with them, what they're going through.
Yeah, but we've gone
Especially
through
if
it
I'm-
ourselves
No,
back in
if
the
I'm-
days.
if-
Everyone goes through that.
If they're really invested with this guy or whoever guy you're dating at the moment, and then you can see that they're losing interest, it hurts.
But that's what I think one of our mistakes.
You're
Obviously, we've learned now.
But you don't hang on because you're like
But some-
you love the pain.
But
You're
some
like
do,
Sadie's.
right? The whole they're saying what is in Tagalog?
Pain is love. What?
No, what's the term?
Martyr?
Martyr. Diba? When you're martyr, ano yun? Hang on, what are we doing here?
Apple verification.
Why is there is an Apple ID verification on
That's
the
alright.
screen?
It's okay.
Sorry guys.
Okay.
So the being martyr though, going back to that, given that we're talking about this anyway, you know, I think that's one of the mistakes. You know what? It's so simple, guys. And actually, you know, the more that we mature, especially for me, and I've listened to a lot of TED Talks and all that. And you said this, the same thing. When it's done, and you know what? When he's not meeting your needs, because it's, and vice versa, but let's stay with the female. If the guy isn't doing everything right, why put up with it? It's
You
a
gotta-
no.
You gotta, what's the word? You gotta be comfortable in letting people go as well. You gotta love them enough to let them go.
That's true. And also, on that note, love them enough. You should
Or like
really,
them enough.
not
Like
well,
them
yeah,
enough.
actually,
Because if
like.
you're just
I was
dating,
gonna
you
say,
just like the
really
person.
should be the love. You have to love yourself first. So if you love yourself enough, as Sex in the City, Sarah, what's her name? It's probably not a good example, but I kind of like her line. One of the girls in that TV where she said, "I love myself too much to put up with that crap." You know. That being said, do we have enough time to go through what they should do then?
We'll just make it quickly. We've
Yeah,
kind of
quickly.
already.
Oh, yeah, we sort of like touched on it
Just a
already.
quick one with the appearance. Obviously, try to look after yourself.
Mate.
Like for example, if he met you all dolled up,
Should always
when
be
you
like
met,
that.
you try.
Oh,
There are
I mean not
days
always,
that
but
you can't.
there'll be. We still, I do like my track pants too, and my PJs. You
No,
know,
when I get home, I wear my dressing gown.
you do.
That's all.
I do love my
wear.
dressing gown too.
Yeah.
But you know, you shouldn't let yourself go as much as possible. Because it's a matter of you. When you love yourself, you gotta
It
do all the
resonates.
nice things, and you know,
resonates.
and still pamper yourself, ladies. You know, because then you when you look good, you feel good.
Yeah, and you look at yourself in the mirror. It's like, oh my God, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever met in my life.
That's true though. You have to be the.
You gotta,
What's
you
the,
owe that to yourself, girl.
You gotta say that to yourself. It's true. It's all in the mind.
Next one
Okay,
is
you have to be the
attitude.
cheerleader of yourself.
Attitude.
And attitude, well, basically,
It's internal. There, like
well,
you can't pretend your character if you're like that and it doesn't suit the other person.
you know,
But you already said choose your battle, so that's okay.
there'll be a time in your life where you will say to yourself, "I'm getting sick of this." If you do catch yourself saying that, then straight away pause and acknowledge that there is something wrong, and then try and ask yourself, "What am I doing?" You know, because it's not all just the other person. It could be you. It could be
Is it me
the way you react.
or is it you?
Who are you to judge? Are you a judge? Internal and external issues.
External issues.
No, this is a bit. What's that? What
It's
if it's the other
hard
guy?
if,
If it's a guy, how do we deal with this? If we say as a woman, as the other party, if we see our
It's hard if there's
Loved one.
family involved, especially if it's your mom who doesn't like the guy or if it's the mom who doesn't like the girl. It's really hard.
but also
Because
on
it
the,
puts strain on the relationship.
but also let's just go back one step. At the end of the day, when all these things are happening and he's going through some stuff, sometimes they just need space. I remember there's something that I heard. So first, give them the space they need. Because sometimes, because I think us women, we tend to, babe, what's wrong, babe?
Tell me.
Tell me right on your
Tell me.
You're right on their faces.
Yeah.
I just remember
Why are you
this.
talking to me?
Why?
Some
But you know,
people
you
don't.
know what,
Why are you
I'm
talking
saying?
to me?
Yeah, you know, talk to me, or text, or you know, like if
But
you're
then
so.
you gotta assess how long that time of
That's right.
space.
So, wow, how much space? I was gonna ask you about this because I'm trying to. Didn't get the chance really to ask around some friends, but what's an acceptable? You give them the space for a week
I don't
or
think
2
there's
weeks.
any time with that one.
Okay, well, I
It
guess
depends
what
on
it
how
feels.
long have you. It depends on how long have you been together.
That's true.
just go like
but I
that.
think what also feels right, if it sounds like it's a very, because if the guy is going through a mental issue that's a bit more serious, then allow 2 weeks or to a month. You know, if you need, that could be your time to just go back to what you want to do and look after yourself further. But then when you've given them space, then you can talk to them and pull them aside and say, hey, and be open and just tell them, you know, I feel disappointed and I feel like I'm neglected. You know, just be open, guys. Communication is so important in all aspects in
must.
life. It's a must. So you have to open up, you know. And
Fourth one,
third party. What do you do when you found out which females we have instinct? You know what?
And most of the time, you try to
just
blame the other person as well, the other girl.
No, actually, at the end of the day, they're also a victim. I know some friends and scenarios where the other party obviously didn't know because the guy. So at the end of the day, the person, the bad guy, so to speak, is the one who's initiated all of these, which is
And
the guy.
created a story that
I'm
we
single,
separated.
you're separated, all of that, yeah.
She's such a mean person to me. You're so nice to me. That's
So-
why I like you now.
Yep. So at the end of the day, ladies, take it from me. I've heard this from all our friends. That's, I think, by nature we try and blame the other person, but at the end of the day, it's the guy because he's the one in the middle, and he's the one who's doing the dirty thing behind your back and the girl's back, the other girl's back. So when this thing happened, the best thing to do.
Scene zone.
So if you're still sort of just dating, then it's time to, well, I think, start.
Let it go. Let it go. Yun.
It's time to walk away.
Yes.
Because if you do respect, as I've heard the saying and pretty much my own motto now, if you want to be respected, you have to demand respect. And that includes you demanding respect to yourself. So walk away to anything that does not serve you at all.
You can fool me.
Because guys, really at the end of the day, you know, just very quickly, if put yourself in your best friend's shoe, right? Look at it this way. If your best friend is in this scenario, you'll be like, girlfriend, I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? We're very good in telling our friends. But
When
you
it
know,
comes
when
to
it comes to us,
it's a different story.
But so always try to remember, what are you going to tell your girlfriend if you found that your girlfriend's going through this and her man is obviously cheating behind her back? You'll tell her, nah, get rid of it. So then apply what you would normally say to your friends, your best friend. So that's it. Okay.
Raffle time?
I'm gonna.
No, you just tell them.
I was gonna say raffle thing. Communication barrier.
Communication barrier, yeah.
Breakdown.
Yeah. So please like, share, or comment on this video, or like our page for your chance to win.
Or so they can do either one.
either
Okay.
or.
So like.
Ikaw na mag-explain.
So this is the Michael Hill. Oh, hang on.
Yan na,
Can
sige.
you
Dun mo lang
see?
sa ano, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yan.
There you go.
Pearl drops.
Pearl.
With a little bit of diamantes.
That's Michael Hill, guys. So do like our page, share. Can we see share maybe?
Yeah.
Share. We would love you to be able to, if you can share it, or comment to get into the competition. Okay.
All right.
And do you want to just do a recap?
No, we've already done a
Wow.
recap. Should
Have
be
we?
alright. Yes, should be okay now.
So that being said, I am Laura Love.
My name's Rowena. Thanks for tuning in. And we will have a raffle on Saturday. This Saturday we'll be all dolled up as well.
What time? Roughly.
We won't tell.
We won't
when.
tell.
It'll be a surprise.
Well, lunchtime.
Thanks
We'll
for
see.
tuning in. And we'll see you again next time dito lang sa
Dear Sass, we love you.